Well, hello there. I see you see me, we see each other, so we are happy. Once again, your curious one is back with the one of the brilliant questions of our age and of our lifetimes, which is: are we living in an artificial, experimental, extraterrestrial system or not? Let me explain myself. You, me, thousands, millions of humans out there have experienced things of the future. For example, we have seen things such as glimpses of the future. We have seen things such as things that we could not explain, but we knew about them. We have experienced things that we have experienced before. You go to a place and you have been there before. You have memories of the place. You meet people, you have memories of them. You buy things without even really needing them, but you kind of know that somehow you have used them before. You go to places and see things that are completely familiar to you while you have never been in those places and done those things. Now the question is, the more we know about these things, are we getting more out of the system that we are supposed to stick in with? Let's say you get deja vus, you get visions, you get dreams of future, and they happen. You accidentally enter a place and you know the place in and out without even having pre-existing kind of memories of that place. You know them all. How would you know the future? Have you ever asked yourself, how would you see a glimpse of the future without that future ever happen? That future that you see is the future past of your reality. That means you're experiencing something that has already happened in the past, but you're experiencing it in your future. So you have a pre-existing knowledge of it, right? That never happens. That cannot happen. So we get more complex, we get more confused, and we say, you know what, that's just science. Our enzymes are high or low, our neurons are malfunctioning. No, you're not crazy. You actually experience something that has already happened for you. That's why they say it's your destiny. It's not your destiny. In this kind of dimensional, experimental lifetime of yours, you have to accomplish this set of tasks that may have had been accomplished by people before you. Now, why I got so interested about this is because a friend of mine who lives miles away from me, in some, let's say, I'm in North America, and the person is almost in Middle East zone at the present, I believe. He showed me a picture, a guy who resembles me, almost my age, has the same name of mine, has the same interest of mine, and now he is actually accomplished something that I haven't been able to accomplish. But that was my goal, that was my dream growing up. How could two people looking alike, having the same similar taste in the same thing, in the same kind of age group? We are not twins, we never met each other, we don't know each other, but we resemble. Not completely, but we quite resemble, and we have the same taste. What I started searching on is the DNA itself could be passing on, right? You could be having the same sort of DNA that has gone through multiple different bodies, collected different informations, creating different realities, creating different pasts, presents, and futures. If you're living with the same DNA, if the same DNA is collecting information, that means you're in an artificial, examinational, extraterrestrial kind of a system that you cannot escape. You can just go back and forth and to the sides and around, but you cannot escape. You come out of it, you create your own reality, your own future, your own present. But at this present, everything that you do is either being recorded as the same kind of setup tasks, that same kind of DNA or slash soul slash mindset spirit has experienced, perhaps in the past or perhaps in the future past, that becomes your future. Very complex, right? Think about this. Think about the things that you have experienced you had no explanations for. Do you think these things happen for no reason? They happened because either they happened in the past or you're experiencing someone's past who is experiencing the future of maybe someone else's past, or maybe the future of a future that you may never experience because you're channeling into different futures. This multi-dimensional kind of situations have been very, very highly gone under spotlight these days by superhero production, movie productions. Why? Because something out there is getting licked. People are asking questions. People are waking up. People are questioning their reality, and they feel like, hey, what I'm doing at now is not allowing me to move away from my current goals. You may want to become a doctor. You go through that doctorhood, then you end up meeting someone, falling in love, and you completely change your life and become something else. But deep down there, you have memories of some sort of medical ability inside you that attracted you to become a doctor. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, you believe that somehow you could become a doctor, but you ended up, let's say, I don't know, a chef, something completely different. You're not at fault. That wasn't your destiny to change it. That destiny perhaps has been completed by someone else, and now you have to complete some sort of another reality to create two realities out of the same DNA slash soul. You get what I'm trying to say here. It's very complex, but it is a possibility. And if this is true, we are literally being tested and used by a very super controlling system that doesn't let us out of this system. How much you try to accomplish something in life, you may never ever reach to it. You may say, oh, that was my destiny. What if it wasn't? What if your destiny was you achieving your goal? But because of the circumstances that universe and this artificial intelligence kind of put in front of you, your path kept getting changed until it reaches to the point where this system wanted you to be. Maybe that's not a fun thing to think about, because that means you have no free will. Your free will is just a joke. However, you have a free will to change that goal. You keep changing it. However, the outcome is already known by this system. Just go think about it. And please share, subscribe, and like. You don't lose anything by doing it. But for me, it will indicate that you actually paid attention and learned something. Cheers for now. Until the next, stay jolly.